This is Sharon Luanne with Paint and Create, and today I wanted to make two little canvases to go with a bigger canvas I did the other week that had red and gold and blacks in it, and it was freestyle abstract, looking for unity and balance. I've never tried this before, but it's called modeling paste, and I found out you can make it with powder and baby powder and glue for a lot cheaper. So that's on YouTube, not my channel, but other people's channels. But it's modeling paste to give you some cool texture. So I did this the other day, but I'm gonna try to show it a little bit close so you can see. I just kind of took some of this on my spatula. This I actually just got for $1 at the Dollar Tree, and I took it and I kind of like smeared it like that and like that. I don't know if you can see it with the light. I'm trying to get it in the light that it's good. I just kind of smeared it different ways. I did some horizontal lines and some vertical lines and kind of left some of the bumpy textures. And so I really think that's pretty cool. And I did that on both canvases. And I let it dry. And it feels really dry. It feels like I can paint right over it now. Okay? So that's modeling paste. And again, you can make it really cheap with baby powder and glue and some white paint. But I got it on sale at Hobby Lobby. And $1 for this, okay? So I want this one to be really simple, and I want the painting to speak to me. So again, I've got some of my colors. I've got some gold. Got some gold paint and some black paints. And also some reds, some lighter red and some darker red, okay? And I'm just gonna play with this. I'm not exactly sure it's gonna come out. That's the fun thing about abstract art, but you really wanna take your time and look at what you've done. I should have probably took this painting down, but I put these up here just to kind of protect it. But again, I'm gonna start, I think, a little bit with my spray paint like I did in my other one. This is just Walmart shiny type paint. And I'm gonna just play and see what I can get here. Oops, I already got a little bit on my canvas there. Remember also too, in abstract, it's fun to have a little bit of water. So I'm just gonna, it was a happy accident, so we're gonna work with it, okay? Like in life, you have to work with what happens sometimes. So I just put a little bit of water on that, and I'm actually gonna spray a little bit around. Now that had already made a little mistake. And again, I'm gonna leave white. I'm gonna try to leave more white. As you can tell, this painting, I don't like to leave a lot of white. I do, but I get too crazy. All right, so first things first, I'm gonna just play with a little bit of this spray and see what we can do. All right, I'm not trying to think too much here, just kind of playing a little bit, okay? And just play a little bit, maybe let it drip a little bit. Okay, and again, let's put some over here as well. Okay. Not exactly sure what I'm doing. I kind of just throw a few things down and just see what comes of it, okay? All right, so let's look at that. Some pretty gold down there, maybe a little bit more down in here. Maybe a little bit up in here. Remember, you're looking for balance and unity, okay? And I'm actually gonna really stop this time when I see that I'm really liking it, because this actually might be really cool just with gold and the texture and the white. All right, so let's see. Let's step back and look at that. Always step back, step back, step back, step back and look at it. Sit back and look at your life. All right, so I'm kind of going a little bit too crazy with this already. It's okay though. Let's see what we can do next. I'm kind of looking at this and I'm kind of liking it like that. I am going to hold this piece. I am gonna kind of have it like this on my wall. I'm gonna have like one up here and one lower on a wall. a different wall that my big gold and red one is on, okay? All right, so we want to start thinking what we want to do. I really want to get in here with a paintbrush. I want to use a flat paintbrush because I want to accent some of those straight texture lines we did with the modeling paste. Okay. All right. So what color do I want to start with? Good question. Good question. Let me try. This is some metallic craft paint. Let me try seeing if I can just add a little bit here. Let me just see what that would do as if I just go in the same direction as that really awesome. And it's a different color gold and might not look that good, but let's just see. Let's see what that will do. All right, let's do the same thing down here just to add repetition, okay? So come down here like that. And again, if you don't like it, remember you can always paint over it again, okay? All right, so kind of hold that up and look at it. Let's see. Maybe we can hold these up like this and paint on them a little bit. So kind of like you're working on an easel. Let's see. All right, remember step back, step back, step back, step back. And let me see if I can turn this just a little bit. All right, there we go. So you can see the painting a little bit better. All right, looks kind of crazy right now, but let's see. Let's add a little bit more paint. Maybe up in here. I really like these textures that I've already put on there. So that's kind of dictating to me where I want to go with this. So I'm looking at that and I might want to get a different size paintbrush. This one's a little bit shorter, a little bit smaller, excuse me. Got my water over here, but I did forget to get me a little palette to work on today. I shouldn't have done that, so I'm just gonna grab a lid and use that for now. All right, so let me put a little bit of this gold on here. Also, I have another gold. Sometimes it's good to mix two colors that are very close to each other. And when you do that, or even three golds. I have three golds, so let's see what that would do. And then you look at those golds and you might want to just stir them around a little bit there, okay? All right, let's see what we got. It's a pretty gold. Might not be as bold as that other. And again, kind of looking to see what you have already that you can work with, okay? You always want to be very sensitive to what's going on. And if it looks really cool, if you find things that are really cool, you want to stay away from them and accent maybe, but not kind of totally go over them, okay? So here I see some lines coming here. I might accent that. When I did that, I had already seen some lines coming down. So I just was like, boom, boom, and boom. Okay, I didn't add too much there. And then here's another. I'm trying to get the lighting better so you can see it. Let's see. All right. Let's see if we play with that shape a little bit. Okay. Again, kind of work with what's already there. I'm seeing kind of around some fuzzy shapes up there. So right there, we might want to get our fuzzy little, or more of our fuzzy one. Okay. That one has more like of a little fuzzy top. So I might want to just accent what I've done over there. Let me see if I can get that down better. There we go. I'm just kind of accenting what was already there. It was like kind of fuzzy from the spray paint. So I'm kind of like accenting what that was there. Let's see if you can see that, okay? All right, so let's take a look at it. Step back, step back. It's looking kind of crazy. All right. So let's see. I'm gonna step back again. It's kind of cool the way it is. Let me not get too crazy. Let's see what else we can do. All right. Let me add some more spray paint. You know, spray paint's pretty cool. I think I'm going to take it down again because I really should not have left my other painting up there. That's really bad. Really lazy of me. But anyway, let's take this back down here, okay? And let's see what we could do next. All right, I think I wanted to add a little bit more of the gold. I think I want to kind of just go like that and see what that does, because I kind of like this gold, and again, I want to leave some white areas. All right, so let me check this out. Let's add some of this red. Okay, this is a pretty red. Let's see. I don't know if I want to add too much more variety, so let me see here. What do I want to do? Let's keep working with what we got, okay? We had gone over those little shapes over here, which is pretty cool. Let's add a little bit of red and just see what that does. Just a little bit. Kind of accenting maybe, or adding a little bit of what was already there. Okay. And maybe not too much red. I really went crazy with the red before. All right, so let's see. Let's come over here. I see some little drippies there. And sometimes simple is really cool, and people, I know I go too far, so maybe just really simple, you know. Really simple. I have a hard time I have a real hard time trying not to go do too much, you know. And again, let these shapes and textures speak to you. You want to work with what you already have, okay? And again, I'm trying really hard not to go too crazy. Let me maybe put a little red up in here, and a little red here, and a little red there. Okay, and I'm trying to not go too crazy. Alright, so, oops, can't really see that too good. I'm trying to make it so y'all can see. So, I'm just gonna put a tiny bit of the water, of the spray bottle water. I don't want too much, but I was gonna put a little, just to see that kind of spread out a little bit, that red. Okay, step back, step back. Oops, I don't think there we go. I had the bottle a little bit too closed. Alright, so, and of course, when you put water with things, it's gonna definitely make it lighter. So all of a sudden, now I've got some pink going on in my painting, alright? So I don't know if I want too much pink. Remember, you can remember, you can always paint over it again, okay? Alright, so let's see what we got. It's kind of looking cool. I might drip it a tiny bit. I mean, hold my painting so it drips down a little. I'm kind of not really liking the pink. I think that, but there is some pinks in my other piece, so I'm gonna like leave that for now. I think we might add some whites, and with the white I might just go ahead and, let's see, that's that. Well, just for curiosity, I'm just gonna check and see how this gold would look, oh, there's a different color gold. This gold on top of, oh, this light's right in my eyes, I'm sorry. I want to see how this will look on top of the red, okay? And we'll try to turn this just a little bit. It's kind of messy over there. There we go. All right, so let's just see what this would look on top of the red. Actually kind of tones it down a little. You don't want to go over all the red, and I'm still trying to keep some white in my canvas. It's kind of interesting, kind of covering a little bit of that up. Might be getting too much gold now. That's kind of cool like that. All right, so, and kind of covered up a little bit of the pinks, which I like, because I wasn't really liking the pinks. All right, so again, let it speak to you, and oh, this light is right in my eyes. Let me pull it back just a little bit. All right, let's see. Is that a little bit better? Okay, I can see now. All right, so starting to come together a little bit. There was also black in my other painting, which you know me, I love black. Really look at it. Does it have balance? Does it have unity? It's actually looking kind of cool the way it is. Let's hold it up. Can you see it? Oh, geez, you can't really see it too good. There we go. Is that better? Nope, not really. Getting a little bit of the drips, which I wanted a little bit of the drips because my other painting had some drips. It's hard to see it, but we'll take a close-up of it later, okay? All right, so we still have to incorporate some black in there. So, let's get some black. Now I do have some black like this, and I do have some like this. So for now, I think I want to just go ahead and maybe add a little bit in here, a little bit there. Again, you're looking for repetition and variety, okay? Some of this I might kind of smear around a little bit. I like black because it really does help to add more structure to your picture and add more, not so much structure, but maybe definition, okay? Now, to me, it's looking like it has a lot of lines, which I really didn't want to do because I was trying to get it more, I was trying to get it more solid, not so many squiggly lines. So we can work on that. Let me get a paintbrush maybe about this size. So that might be good, about like that, and a little bit of black. But before you add any more black, you can play with a little bit of black. Remember, if you do too much with black, it's going to change things up real fast. And you know what? I'm not sure if I like that. So let me just touch a few more of these areas with this, so it's not so linear and more shape oriented. Let's see. And maybe some more blacks, kind of swiping some of this paint to make that look a little more spread out. Okay, I'm kind of liking this, okay? So remember, be sensitive to every area that you're working on, every small area, but again, every piece has to fit together like a puzzle, okay? You don't want like something huge over here and something tiny over here. And I think it's starting to flow a little bit. Let's see. I kind of like the black, it's kind of cool. You want to accent shapes and colors and things around it. You don't want to try to add more than what the picture is asking you to add. Let it speak to you, okay? All right, so I'm kind of liking this. Kind of seeing some interesting things. I kind of like that linear there, that thicker black there with maybe another little black there, and then through there maybe to bring that out a little. Maybe we can continue this over into here, that shape. I don't know, that looks kind of big right there. So we might want to balance it a little bit more. Or we can spray some lighter color over it if it's getting too much black in there. Oh, and don't run into things like I did. Don't step into oh my gosh, don't put too much junk around. I think I walked into my trash can. All right, so be sensitive. Look around, you know. See if I can pull this down a little so you can see a little bit closer what I'm doing. Okay, yeah, you can kind of see it. This little black area I'm kind of not liking too much. So let's try getting the gold again. I think I've got two different golds. Let's see. There's that gold, and I think this was a gold too. They're both pretty. So let me just go over a little bit of that, because I think that black was like a little bit too crazy. All right, let's see. Again, I'm trying to leave some white in there, but if worst case scenario, if I get too crazy, I can always put more white on top of it. Okay. I don't want to add too much more than this painting needs. Of course, I always say that, and then I do a little bit too much. But let's play with this a little bit. Remember, if you're not going to frame your painting, you would probably try to want to put a little bit of paint around the edges, okay? And you want to just continue your design, not just put like black or all the way around. You want to continue whatever your design is. So if there's red here, you want to kind of drip that down. If there's different colors, like such as gold, you can bring that down. Okay, so because you really don't want to just do the whole thing red or something like that. Okay, now if you're going to frame it later, that's not a problem. You don't have to worry about the sides, but people will see the sides, so you kind of want to bring those sides down a little bit. All right, you don't want to work too much on the sides, because then you're going to really tell that you were trying to paint the sides. I know that sounds weird, but okay. So let's see what we got here. I think it's starting to look good. I like how that gold went back over some of that black that I did a little bit too much with. This is kind of funky in here. Let's look at it for a second. Let's take a look at it. If we stood it up, can you see it a little bit better? Not really. There we go. Oh, that was bad. But you know what? Let it drip a little, because my other painting had a lot of drips on it. Let's do the same thing with this one. Let it drip just a little. Bring it back. And those lines look pretty cool. And my other painting does have a lot of lines in it, so I think it's okay. I like it, the lines, the squiggly lines. And then we can come back later after this dries a little. I'm thinking that a little bit of white might be pretty in here. Let's see, the red is pretty cool. Let's add, I'm gonna see if I added a little bit more reds maybe. Again, I'm trying to just accent areas that I already have. These lines coming down, I think I'm gonna leave them alone. This line, however, I might fill in a little bit with red to make it a shape rather than just a line. That's kind of cool. Maybe a little red up in here as well. These three will have like a repetition wave up there. I think that looks pretty cool. Maybe this one too, rather than having it filled with white. And your shape doesn't have to be filled up like all the way. You know, you just, you could just fill it up a little bit of the way and see how that looks with a jagged edge, a ragged edge at the end. Okay. This here looks kind of cool, but let's add a tiny bit of red to that. Okay, it's getting a little bit more on the red side, which is cool. What is this up here? This is cool. You know, just really look at stuff, and if it looks good, I'm really trying to train myself to back off, you know, just like back off. And if it looks really cool, just like leave it alone, okay? And I think this one's actually looking pretty cool, so, you know, just walk away. I'm gonna just walk away, I think, right now, and this piece looks pretty cool. Let it dry, and we can play with it later. You know, we can probably add some more paint on the sides later too, but don't worry about that right now. I think I'm gonna walk away and let it dry, and I will be back in a little bit to check it out. Okay, thanks for being with me, and we'll be back in a little bit. Okay.